A gracious good day to one and all once again. 'Tis I, Norton the First, by grace of God, Emperor of the United States and Protector of Mexico. Back with you once again for episode 97 of Emperor Norton's fantastic history vlog. Today is July 16, 2020. It is our 121st day under COVID-19 restrictions. Let's begin, as we so often do, with our national days. Today is World Snake Day. Fresh Spinach Day. I think that's the first time I've ever gotten to do my Popeye imitation on camera. National Corn Fritters Day. I could go for one of those right now. Guinea Pig Appreciation Day. Appreciate your guinea pig. And Get to Know Your Customers Day. Well, that's kind of hard right now because we do not have any customers. Maybe sometime in the future we shall. One of our newest segments, Florida Man. And today in Florida Man indicted in fatal dog poop fight. Okay. Now on to our San Francisco stories. We have two today, giving us a bonus. On this date in 1945, the cruiser USS Indianapolis sailed from San Francisco with a top secret cargo, components of the atomic bomb to be dropped on Hiroshima unless the Japanese surrendered. The Indianapolis would take 10 days to sail to the island of Tinian in the Mariana Islands, where U.S. B-29 bombers were waiting. And then on the 26th of July, Little Boy was delivered. And then on the 29th of July, the Indianapolis was sunk by a Japanese submarine. Also on this date in 1946, an attempt to recall Mayor Lampham. First attempt in San Francisco history. Lampham was subject to the first recall in the city history due to his increasing of streetcar fares in July 1946. Lampham himself signed the recall petition and urged others to sign it to bring the issue to vote. The recall was fought by all four city newspapers and failed by 32,000 votes in a special election. In 1947, he attempted to scrap the city's cable car system, claiming it was too expensive. This idea was abandoned in the face of protests led by Friedel Klussman, and the city retains the cable cars to this day. But he was the first and only, to the best of my knowledge, San Francisco mayor that they ever attempted to recall. Our other history. On this date in 1099, the Crusaders herded the Jews of Jerusalem into a synagogue and set it on fire. 1439, kissing is banned in England to stop the Black Death from spreading. Maybe you can wear a mask if people couldn't kiss back then. It worked, I presume. I don't know. 1769, Junipero Serra founds the Mission San Diego, the first mission in Alta, California. 1790, Congress declares the city of Washington in the District of Columbia the permanent capital of the United States. 1935, the first automatic parking meter in the United States is installed in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. 1945, the first test detonation of an atomic bomb at the Trinity site in Alamogordo, New Mexico, as part of the U.S. Manhattan Project. Same day the first one left by ship. Interesting, I did not know that. 1951, J.D. Salinger's Catcher in the Rye is published. 1955, the Golden Horse Show Review opens at Disneyland. They've done over 50,000 performances since then. 1969, on this date, Apollo 11 is launched, carrying Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins to the moon. 1973, during the Watergate hearings, Alexander Butterfield reveals the existence of the Watergate tapes, which would ultimately bring down the presidency of Richard Nixon. 1994, comet Shoemaker-Levy first collides with Jupiter, Collisions continue until the 22nd of July. 1999, very sad. John F. Kennedy Jr., his wife Carolyn Bessette Kennedy, and sister-in-law Lauren Bessette are killed in a plane crash off the coast of Martha's Vineyard. The Pipa Saratoga was piloted by Kennedy himself. 2004, Martha Stewart is sentenced to 5 months in prison plus 5 months in home confinement for lying to federal investigators. Seems to me someone just got their sentence commuted for that very thing. Oh well, poor Martha. 2018, U.S. President Donald Trump appears to accept the word of Russian President Vladimir Putin over U.S. intelligence services about the Russians meddling in the 2016 U.S. election in an interview after the two leaders' Helsinki summit. Our births today. 1821, Mary Baker Eddy, American founder of the religious movement Christian Science. 1907, Mr. Popcorn himself, Orville Redenbacher. 1907, actor Barbara Stanwyck. 1911, singer, actor, dancer Ginger Rogers. Don't forget, she did every move Fred Astaire did, but backwards in heels. 1924, Bess Meyerson, the first Jewish Miss America. 1942, reggae pioneer Desmond Decker, the Israelites. 1946, U.S. Representative from the East Bay, Barbara Lee. Had the privilege of voting for her on a couple of occasions. Barbara Lee speaks for me. 1952, Stuart Copeland, drummer for the Police. 1956, playwright Tony Kushner, also screenwriter. He's most famous for Angels in America, which if you've never seen, you should. It's incredible. 1967, I did not know this, Will Ferrell was born in Irvine, California, and attended University High School and graduated from there in 1986. I'm going to tag a few University High School graduates that we know in today's vlog. You probably already knew that, though I'm willing to bet you. Deaths, 1871, Tad Lincoln, the youngest son of U.S. President Abraham Lincoln, dies at the age of 18. 1882, on the same day, his mother, Mary Todd Lincoln, the former First Lady, dies. No wonder she went crazy. 1956, Brian Norton, South African tennis player, was a runner-up in Wimbledon in 1921. A South African Norton. I wonder if they're related to us. I bet they are. I'll have to do some digging into that one. 1981, American folk rock singer and songwriter Harry Chapin, Cats in the Cradle, and the Silver Spoon. I can't remember the rest of the song all of a sudden. Sure a depressing song, isn't it? Little Boy Blue and the Man in the Moon. Oh, not fond of the song, to be honest. 1921, former Philadelphia Mayor Frank Rizzo. 2008, Joe Stafford, jazz singer. Now, she and her husband, Paul Weston, were Jonathan and Darlene Edwards. It started as a joke at parties. They ended up doing records that were smash hits. These were two incredible musicians, but he would play really poorly and she would sing very badly and off-key. They did it for friends at parties and it just grew from there. I'm going to post one of the album covers. You will notice that Jonathan Edwards, Paul Stafford, did I get that right? Paul Stafford, yes. He has two left hands. Love their records. 2014, rocker Johnny Winter. 2017, George Romero, filmmaker, father of the zombie film. Night of the Living Dead, hello. And, oh dear, I lost the date on this, but I believe it was 2019. John Paul Stevens, the 103rd Supreme Court Justice. Well, that wraps it up for today's edition. Until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, stay inside. But if you do go outside, wear a damn mask. I've talked about this the last few days. This is the stupidest thing to hang your civil rights on. You're killing people. Be kind to one another. Until we see you again, a gracious good day.